This sentiment was shared by Ramjattan on Thursday during a virtual AFC press conference and comes on the heels of recent protests by rice farmers who were agitating for better prices from millers for their paddy.
The US $8 recently reduced by only $2 per ton of rice exported, this is a levy, should be waived to zero at this juncture.
Rice farmers in Blackbush Polder, Quarantine Region 6 took to the streets on March 8 to voice their frustration at the current reduced prices being given to them by millers for their paddy, which they said are expected to take them into losses. At the time of the protest, the farmers had said that they were promised $70,000 per metric ton of paddy. However, they were later told that they would be paid $65,000. Further down the line, a similar protest was staged by rice farmers of Pomeroon, Supernam Region 2. To this end, both the Minister of Local Government, Nigel Larmlal, and the Minister of Agriculture, Zulfikar Mustafa, assured the farmers that the government was doing everything it can to remedy the situation. It was also conveyed that while the government can engage the millers and try to convince them to offer more money, it cannot control the prices. Against this background, Ramjattan believes that while the government cannot control the prices, they can implement a number of measures to ease the burdens.
The millions of dollars collected by the GRDB, consequent upon this $8 US per ton, should be used to finance a subsidy on fertilizers to bring the prices down. The government should also import fertilizer and sell directly to farmers, thereby cutting the extra cost.
He also called for systems to be put in place to ensure that there is better water management in rice-producing areas. Meanwhile, now that the government has announced the removal of excise tax on gasoline and diesel, Member of Parliament Dorita Fernandez is adamant that the move is just another case of trickle-down economics, just like the provisions in the budget.
There is no guarantee that the recently announced cut to the 10% fuel tax will be transferred to the consumers, but instead the guarantee is that it will increase the profit margin of gas station owners. Such policy measures continue to only benefit a few at the top of the private sector, while medium and small-scale business owners continue to suffer along with thousands of ordinary Guyanese families.
Trickle-down economics is a theory that claims that benefits for the wealthy trickle down to everyone else. These benefits are tax cuts on businesses, high-income earners, capital gains, and dividends. To this end, Fernandez expressed the belief that with cost of living rising at substantial levels due to global factors such as COVID-19 and the ongoing war in Europe, the government has no acceptable excuse to justify why it is not utilizing a newfound oil well to provide an economic safety net for Guyanese. Over the past few months, Guyana and the rest of the world has been battling with increased cost of living due to COVID-19. However, the situation has been made worse because of the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia. In the context of Guyana, the government has been touting that there are measures in place to cushion the effects, including the rise in old age pension to $30,000, the distribution of COVID-19 cash grant, and the increase of the income threshold to $75,000 from $65,000. But the Guyanese people are seemingly in disagreement. A recent interview with members of the public saw a number of citizens calling for better wages and subsidies on food items. More so, just Tuesday, the leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Aubrey Norton, made a call to the government to implement emergency measures to curtail the issue. For the HGP Nightly News, Kendell Richmond.